Hello, everybody. How are you? So it's good to see so many people here again. So welcome to the group, all the new people, and welcome back, everyone who's been here before. My name is Nicole, and I'm teaching in Spokane, Washington, in the northwest part of the United States. All right. So today we're going to do a few things. First, a little note for the subscribers. If you're a subscriber to this class, today I will send you your first quiz. Yay, quiz. So after this lesson, instead of homework, the subscribers will get directions for how to take their first quiz. Because today we're going to finish Unit 1. Yay, finish Unit 1. All right, are you ready to get started? I hope so. Here we go. Okay, everybody. So today we're going to talk about 3 things. If we have time, we're going to start with some punctuation. Last time, one student, Mustafa, asked if I could talk a little bit about punctuation. So I said I would try to fit it in today. So we're going to start with that. After that, we're going to do a little vocabulary. And then if we have any time left, we'll do a little more listening practice. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to start with some punctuation. First, punctuation means like period or full stop, comma, apostrophe, quotations. They're the little marks that look like this, or this, or this, or this, for example. That's what punctuation means. So today, we're going to talk about this one. This is a comma. So I know that you see commas all the time in sentences. And there are many different rules for how to use commas. So today we're going to practice one rule for using commas. All right, here we go. So first, we have words like and, but, or. And, but, or, these are examples of coordinating conjunctions. It's okay if you don't know that word. A coordinating conjunction is just a word like and, but, or. It's just the grammar word for those kinds of words. So I know that sometimes we use commas before and, but, or, and sometimes we don't. That makes it really difficult, right? Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. But it's a very easy rule for when you have to use a comma. So let's look at some examples first and see if you know which place we need a comma. All right, let's look here. It says here, one of these sentences needs a comma. And our question is which one? So let me mark these A and B. That way you can answer very easily in the chat. So sentence A says, I woke up and I went to school. Sentence B says, I woke up and went to school. only one of these sentences needs a comma. All right, so I see a few people answering already in the chat. And Guadria and Navjot and Ziad, you are correct. The answer is A. We need a comma in sentence A. We put the comma before and. So we need a comma before the word and. So now I'll explain why. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. So I'll explain why we need a comma here, but we don't need a comma here. First, I'll give you an easy way to remember coordinating conjunctions. So coordinating conjunctions, again, are words like and, but, or. In all English, there are only seven coordinating conjunctions. And you can remember the 7 coordinating conjunctions by remembering this word, fanboys. So if you spell the word fanboys going down, you see Fanboys, it can help you remember the 7 coordinating conjunctions. We have for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Be a little careful. For is also sometimes a preposition, and so is sometimes an adverb, and sometimes a discourse marker, and a few other things too. So those two are tricky. But the easy ones are and, but, and or. Okay, now here's the rule. If you use a coordinating conjunction to join 2 clauses together, we need a comma. I'm going to write that for you. If we use a coordinating conjunction, a fanboy, to join 2 clauses together, we need a comma. Okay, everybody. All right. So I'm not sure what happened there. So the internet was going in and out. So I'm not sure what the last thing you heard was. So I'll just do a quick review of what we were talking about. All right. So we were talking about coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions are the fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. And when you use a coordinating conjunction to join 2 clauses together, we need a comma. All right. So, for example, in sentence A, we have I woke up. I woke up is a subject and a verb. And then I went to school. I is a subject, and went is a verb. So we use and to join these two clauses together. So we need a comma. But you can use coordinating conjunctions to join other stuff together too, not clauses. Maybe verbs, maybe nouns, maybe adjectives. So let's look at sentence B. So Miyuki, you were right when you said that this is a simple sentence. So we have one subject, I, and we have two verbs, woke up and went, but it's only one clause because we only have one subject-verb pair. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so let's take a look at some practice. I don't know if you were able to see the practice before, but I have it for you right here. I have 7 sentences. Our first sentence says Joe bought an apple and a pear. So for each sentence, we're going to answer this question. Does the sentence need a comma? So for sentence number 1, the answer is no. We don't need a comma. We don't need a comma because the and is joining this clause, but here we just have a noun. It's not a clause. We don't have two clauses joined together with and. Does that make sense? I'm going to give you a little time to try to answer these other questions in the chat. You can just put the number and yes or no, or even the letter Y or the letter N. I'll give you just a little bit of time now with the funny monkey music. All right, so here we go. I'll give you some time. All right, so let's check our answers together. So we have lots and lots of people answering. That's awesome. Okay, so our second sentence, number 2, says, do you like to drink coffee or tea with your breakfast? And the answer for number 2 is no, we don't need a comma because we're not joining two clauses. After the word or, we don't have a subject and a verb. We just have a noun and a prepositional phrase. Let's look at number 3. Number 3 says, he wasn't great at sports, but he was a good dancer. And the answer for number 3 is yes. Yes, we do need a comma. The comma will go right here. I'll change that color too so you can see it. And we need this comma because he was a good dancer is a clause, and he wasn't great at sports is a clause. They each have a subject and verb. Okay. Number 4, everyone hated the boring and terrible movie. The answer is no, because the and is just before this adjective noun. We don't have a clause. All right, number 5, Jeff and Lisa are going to the park. And here again, the answer is no, we don't need a comma. We do have a clause here. We have a subject and a verb, but before the and, we just have a noun. We don't have a subject and a verb. Number 6, the answer is yes, and it looks like pretty much everyone got that. That's great. We need a comma here, and the comma goes right here. We have my friend teaches math. I teach English. Those are both clauses. And the last one, it looks like almost everyone got this one right too. We have the answer is yes. We need a comma because he will finish school is a clause, and he will return to Panama is a clause. So those two clauses are joined together with the word or, and or is one of the fanboys. All right, so good. Well, I hope that was a nice small introduction to punctuation, and we can do more and more punctuation in the future. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat, but it looks like you understand very, very well. All right, fantastic. Are you ready for some vocabulary? Yay, vocabulary. So we have some words here. Let me push this down to the next page. So in previous lessons, we learned the blue words. So today, we are going to learn these last 15 words here. So we're going to start with the word keyboard. Okay, we'll do 5 words at a time, and then we'll stop, we'll talk, we'll practice. You can ask questions. Okay, here we go. So, keyboard. So here, our example sentence says, the keyboard for this computer is very nice. So the keyboard is this part here. You can also use the word keyboard for a piano keyboard. The white and the black keys for a piano. So keyboard can be for piano or for computer. All right. Our next word is motorcycle. So this is a motorcycle right here. And the example sentence says, I love to ride my motorcycle. Our next word is an adjective. The adjective is nervous. Our example sentence says, I always feel nervous when I speak to her. Nervous is similar to worried or anxious. It's kind of this feeling, like so maybe before a test, you feel nervous, or before you speak to a large group, you feel nervous. All right, so it's a feeling and it's an adjective. All right, we have 2 more words before we practice. Our next word is owner. So just this part, O-W-N, own, is a verb. Own means have. An owner, with ER, is a person who has something. So our example sentence says, Sam is the owner of the car. This means it is Sam's car. The car is Sam's. He has the car. And we have one more. Paint. Paint can be a noun or a verb. No problem. Noun or verb. If it's a noun, it's the color that you put on a wall or a canvas. If it's a verb, it's the action of putting paint on a wall or a paper or a canvas. And our example sentence says the children are painting with their fingers. So we have 5 words. They were paint, owner, nervous, motorcycle, and keyboard. So let's practice these words. I'm gonna copy just these last 5 here, so we can write some example sentences. And let's see if we have any example. Oh, we already have a few in the chat, especially for owner. It says, I am owner of my heart. Oh, I like that. Good. I'm just going to add one word. I'm going to add the word the. I am the owner of my heart. We use article the if there's only one of something. And of course, you are the only owner of your heart. So good, let's do a few more example sentences. Oh, and someone wrote almost the same one. They put, you are the owner of my heart. Oh, very nice. That's kind of romantic. You are the owner of my heart. Nice sentence. Oh, Khalid asked about canvas. So canvas is the material that you paint on for like a famous painting. Like maybe the Mona Lisa is probably on canvas. I'll find a picture for you real quick. So let me find a quick picture. Canvas, I want an image. Here we go. So this, Khalid, is an example of a canvas. It's the material that you paint on when you make a painting. So good question. Okay, let's see. I have a few more example sentences. We have one for nervous that says, let's see, when I have a test, I always feel nervous. Oh, I understand that. Good. Let's see. Melina has one for keyboard. She says, let's see. I have got a pink, oops, I forgot my V. I have got a pink keyboard on my computer. Oh, that's nice. Good. We have, Elena says, I love painting on the wall. Me too. I love painting on the wall. Actually, in my house, I painted a big picture, a big mural, all around one of my bedrooms. All right. Have another example. We have my keyboard is broken. Very nice. So good sentence there. And then we have one for motorcycle that says, I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. So good examples. Or I rode the motorcycle when I was a child. Good, so I rode the motorcycle when I was a child. And we don't need a comma right here because when is not a coordinating conjunction. When is a subordinating conjunction. And subordinating conjunctions have different rules. Very quickly, if it's in the middle of the sentence, you don't need a comma. But if it's at the beginning, like this, then you'll need a comma. Good, very good. Okay, let me put one or two more example sentences. Let's see, we have another one for nervous. Let's see. I always feel nervous when I hang out with my crush. Let me say haha. So good, very nice. Good grammar, good sentence. Okay, let's see if we have any more. Okay, I feel nervous when I meet my boss. That's a good one. Play the piano is better than a keyboard. Let me write that here. Okay. And for this one, we're just going to add an ing. Playing the piano is better than a keyboard. And the reason for this is play is a verb. But if you want a verb to be the subject of your sentence, we have to change it to a gerund. A gerund is a verb ing. I'll give you a quick example. So you know swim is a verb, but if you want to say swim is fun, we just have to change swim to swimming, because the verb is now the subject of our sentence. So if a verb is a subject, we have to use ing form. So good, very nice. Okay, so those were great examples, everybody. Let's do a few more vocabulary words. So here we had keyboard, motorcycle, nervous, owner, and paint. Let's see, let me do one more for paint, since I have two for owner, but only one for paint. Let's see, I won the painting competition yesterday in my school. Well, congratulations. That's a great sentence. Very good. Okay, let's do 5 more words. Here we go. So we did keyboard, motorcycle, nervous, owner, paint. Our next word is parent. So parent is the singular, parents with an S is the plural, it's a noun. And parent means mother or father. Or if you say parents, plural, it's mother and father. So parent is mother or father. Example, both of my parents speak English very well. Okay, our next word, party. Our example sentence says, let's go to a party tonight. Party is a noun, and it's a fun activity where many people meet together just to maybe listen to music, eat food, or have a good time together. Oh, this word I think is very easy. I think everyone knows this word. So people is the plural of person. One person, many, many people. It's an irregular plural. Our example sentence says, many people live in this city. Our next word is person. Person is the singular. So person and people are the same meaning. Just person is one and people is many. So our example sentence says, Janice is a really nice person. Okay, let's do, I think, one more. We have place. So again, I think this one's a little bit easy for you guys. So place is an area. It is somewhere. So for example, the library is a good place for studying. This means a good area or somewhere for studying. All right, so we had place, person, people, party, and parent. Let's practice these ones. All right, so I'm gonna copy these and put them up here so we can write some example sentences. Oh, and we have lots and lots and lots of sentences here. Oh, I'm just gonna add a few for owner because I just saw a few pop up now. I have never been the owner of a car. Good. Or I'm the owner of that farm. Very nice. Those are great sentences. Okay. Oh, and someone asked a question. Daniel asked, competition versus contest. That's a great question. So let me write that here. Competition versus contest. So contest is a little more general. So a contest, let me think of an example of a contest that's not a competition. Let's see. A competition is always people fighting or playing against each other. A contest, the focus is less on fighting or playing against each other, and it's more about receiving a prize. So a contest is a situation where you can receive a prize, usually, and it can be for luck or it can be for doing something. So maybe you have a running competition, and this means you're running against another person. You're trying to beat the other person. But for a contest, maybe you submit a painting to a contest. Maybe you never even see the other people who submit their artwork. So your focus is on the prize, not on the other people. So maybe you would say like an art contest. Does that make sense? It's the same meaning, it's just different focus. For a contest, the focus is the prize. For a competition, the focus is on doing better than other people. I hope that answers your question. All right, so let me write some example sentences for these words. So let's see. I have, let me scroll up a little bit because we have lots and lots of examples. Okay, I'm living with my parents. Good. Good example. Both of my parents are from large family. I'll just make this plural because both parents, it's probably two families, from large families. Very good. Or her parents are very proud of her. Very nice. Oh, those are nice sentences. Good. I will love my parents till, I'm just gonna put till like this, the last breath of my life. Till is just short for until. Sometimes people write T-I-L-L, but actually that has a different meaning. It means like to plow a farm or a field. Good. Let's see. My friend invited me to her birthday party. Very good job. It's a great sentence. It is very important to be a good person. Good. People is the plural of person. Very nice. And, oh, very good question. Vivek asked, after people, should we use is or are? So let me write that down. After people, should we use is or are? And we should use are because it's plural. So for example, we could say, people are talking about the movie. So we'll say are after people. So good question. But person is. Very nice. All right, and then we have a couple for place. We have I want to visit many places in the world, or I live in a beautiful place. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we have another one with parents and party. Let me put this one for party. We have my parents will let's have a party in our house tomorrow. And I'm just gonna add after let, I'm gonna add an object. I'm gonna say let us have a party in our house tomorrow. And let is one of those verbs where we usually use an object after. So good, very nice. All right, those are all really great examples of these words. So let's do the last 5 words for today. So our last 5 words, we just studied parent, party, people, person, and place. Our next vocabulary word is plan. Plan can be a noun or a verb. In this example sentence, it's a noun. It says, do you have any plans for tomorrow? A plan is something that you decide to do in the future. If it's a verb, it just means decide to do something in the future. For example, I plan to visit Norway someday. I plan to visit. This means I decide to do this in the future. All right, our next word is popular. So popular is an adjective, and popular is an adjective we use for something that everyone likes, or almost everyone likes. So, for example, Michael Jackson was a very popular singer. Many people liked him. Sometimes people confuse popular and famous. Famous means that everybody knows. Popular means that everyone likes. So for example, let's see, I can't think of a good example at the moment, but imagine a movie that everyone knows, but maybe we don't like it. Then it's famous, but it's not popular. Does that make sense? Or maybe bad people in history. Like maybe someone like Hitler in history. He's famous, but he's not popular. All right. And our example sentence says, this movie is not popular in my country. All right, we have a few more. We have possession. So the verb is possess. So if you say P-O-S-S-E-S-S, just that part, that's a verb. Possess means to have or own something. Possession, with I-O-N, is the noun. Possession is something you have. So it's your stuff, your things, your belongings, if you've heard that word before. So possession is something you have. So in the picture, our example sentence says money is his favorite possession. One important thing to know about the word possession, we only use possession for things. We don't use it for people. So don't say like my child is my favorite possession. Like don't say that. Possession has to be a thing that you own. All right. And then we have, I think, one or two more. We have professional. Professional can be an adjective or a noun. So in this sentence, professional is an adjective. It says, I want to be a professional soccer player. So professional means that you make money or you get a salary for doing the job. So if you play soccer just for fun, you're not a professional soccer player. If you get money, get a salary, then you're a professional. Professional, again, can be a noun. We can just say, he is a professional. And that's okay too. He is a professional soccer player, or he is a professional. Both okay. I think we have one more. The last word for today, remember. Remember is a verb. It's the opposite of forget. So our example sentence says, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. So don't remember, it's like forget. It's like, what is it? Remember means that you have in your mind. You're like, I remember that. So let's look at our words. We have remember, professional, possession, popular, and plan. So let's practice. Here we go. I'll copy and paste. Oop, and have to add the word remember too. Oops, what happened there? Oh, Nicole. Let's see, I just wanted these ones. Okay. And we have the word remember. And actually on this list, there's one more word. So it's on the vocabulary list for Unit 1, but it didn't have a picture. So I'll explain this word now. We have the word pretty. Pretty has two meanings in English. Pretty is sometimes an adjective and sometimes an adverb. So I'll give you an example of each one. So pretty as an adjective is similar to beautiful. Like we can say, she has a pretty dress. pretty as an adverb means very, or quite, or rather, a similar word to that. For example, like, she is pretty nice is like she's very nice, or she's quite nice. You can even put these together if you want, and you can say, like, she is pretty. And that would mean, like, very beautiful. All right, so we have actually 6 words here. So I'll take a look at the chat and see if we have any questions or some examples. Let's see. Here we go. So someone asks, what's the opposite of professional? So Selma asked that. I'm going to write that down here. What's the opposite of professional? The opposite of professional is amateur. Let me see if I can spell this one. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Amateur. So amateur means that you don't make money, you don't get a salary. So professional opposite is amateur. Good. Let's see. Were there any other questions? Oh, someone asked, what is the difference between, where did it go? It was like remember and remind. Oh, Ziad asked that. Okay, remember and remind. Okay. So that's a great question. Let me just push this on to the next page here. So remember means to take from your own memory or to find in your own memory. But remember, there's only one person who is doing the action. Like, I remember. I remember the grammar from yesterday. This means I can find this information in my mind. Remind always has 2 people, because remind means to help another person remember. So it means help another person remember something. So for example, maybe he reminded me to do my homework. So he helped me remember to do my homework. So remind is always 2 people. Remember is 1 person. I hope that helps. Good question. And let's see. Okay, I don't think we have any more questions here at the moment, but we do have lots of examples. So let's write our example sentences now. Okay, so, I have to go back just a little bit. We have so many sentences. Okay, so for example, I was planning to see her for a long time. Good job. Oh, and Khalid said, you wrote people is. Oh no, where did I put that? Ah, okay, so Khalid said this. Okay. And that's a good question. Because normally we say people are, right? Like people are happy. The reason I put people is for this sentence is because I'm not talking about everyone in the world. I'm talking about the word people. So let me actually write that in here so make that a little clearer. So thank you, Khalid, for pointing that out. So the word people is the plural of person. So the reason we say is, Khalid, is because is going back to this, the word. Whenever you talk about definitions, we're going to use singular because we mean the word. Does that make sense? I hope so. But good, I'm glad that you pointed that out because that could have been confusing for people. Very good. Thank you very much. All right, we have I was planning to see her for a long time. I am planning to give answer before other do. Let's just make others plural, others do. And let's make answers plural too, because you're going to give lots of answers, right? So good, very good. Let's try a couple more. Let's see, I have so many plans for my future. Good, so we have examples for verbs and noun. This is a verb, and this one's a noun. So very nice. For the word popular, let's put a couple of these. I want to become popular in this class. Very good. For possession, do we have any for possession? I don't see any. I see lots for professional though. I'll put that one first. So for professional, we could say Nicole is a professional teacher. That's true, I get a salary. Yep, and then what else? We have a couple questions. Someone asked about the word unprofessional. And I'm gonna write that word here. Unprofessional is not exactly the opposite of professional. It's kind of strange. Unprofessional means that your behavior is not appropriate for a professional situation. So for example, if you are unprofessional, maybe you are drinking beer at work. That is unprofessional behavior because you shouldn't drink beer at work. That's not what professionals do. Okay, so good. That's a good question about unprofessional. And then someone asked about plan and manufacturer. And I think maybe we're looking for the word plant. So Mike, you asked about plan for manufacture, and I think that's the word plant with a T, is a place to manufacture something. So very, very good. I just want to put one example for possession, like maybe her possessions were destroyed in the big fire. Oh no, that's a sad sentence. And we have remember. We had a few for remember. Let's see, where did they go? Let's see. I remember what you said before. Good. I remember what you said before, so don't lie to me. Good, good example. We have many, many good examples here. Very nice. Let me see if we have any last questions before we finish today. I'm just going to check the chat. Dun, 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 dun. So Elena was asking about unprofessional. What's the difference between unprofessional and amateur? And that's what we put here. Unprofessional is talking about behavior, bad behavior. An amateur means that you don't get a salary. And any other questions? All right, I think that's all of them. So we're about out of time for today. So once again, we are now finished with Unit 1. So the subscribers, you will get your first quiz today, your first little test. So later today, I will send you directions for how to do your first quiz. So I hope that that's very exciting, and I hope that you do very well. And for everyone else, thank you very much. It's nice to see you joining us again today. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.